quarterfinals. Glad you could join us today. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And welcome to 2K Sports and the NBA. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. Well, the top storyline, Tony Wroten injured. He will not be suited up. He will not go.
And when you consider this injury that he has now, I mean, it's pretty clear. He's going to miss the rest of the playoffs.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Miami, Duncan, he's in at small forward. Pairing up the backcourt, Napier and Wade. Maurice Speights out there with Chris Bosh.
Good way to start the game there. I mean, that's a nice inside bucket.
No question, Clark. I think they'd like to establish a presence down low early in the game to get their offense going.
Duncan gets a wide open look, and it's off the back rim, no good. And so here is Indiana. They need to bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
Well, there's no doubt they played well enough to win that game. It truly could have gone either way, Clark.
Well, the lesson in this one is you can't just play well for 3.5 quarters and expect to win. I mean, they didn't close it out the way they should have. That's on them.
Pacers on defense. It's a 5-point game. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
And here are the Pacers now, after the Heat pick up 2. And George, here we go. That's in. Augustine with the assist. George has got 5 now.
And the layup just gift wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Wade passes to Speights. He feeds it to Duncan. Wade sets the pick for Duncan. Kicks it to Bosh. And it's rejected. And George, here we go. Fades and shoots. Bounces high off the rim and drops. He has 7.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Wade dishes to Duncan. Bosh sets the pick for Duncan. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Right there, we saw Bosh opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
Pass to Hibbert. The dish to Miles. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
He hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Now here is Augustine. Augustine a screen on Speights. Here's George. Excellent D from Wade.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to speak with Frank Vogel for a minute. As for the mood of the team coming into this crucial game, he said they're loose, but not so loose that they don't know how important this game is to us. He predicted this would be a statement game for them. Let's see what kind of statement they deliver, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris. George sets a screen for Augustine. Kramer, he's covered by Bosh. 6 to shoot. Now here is Augustine. Guarded closely. The Heat trail by 4. The drive by Duncan. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
And Augustine kicks to Hibbert. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Augustine a screen on Wade. Here's George. That's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
1 second on the shot clock.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. And it's Miles missing. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
And once more, he gets it. Another bucket from Duncan. Duncan's got 8 points. Well, that's a collection of assassins you see on your screen right there. Just deadly. They were the most accurate shooting guards in the regular season. In the third spot, Dwayne Wade.
Ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, and it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming the perimeter.
And not just on the perimeter. I mean, all of these players drive the lane very effectively. Yeah, they're excellent outside shooters, but it's getting to the rim and finishing in close quarters that push those percentages as high as they do. You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but that's not the case here.
Nope, not at all. They're putting this run together with a lot of mid-range jump shots, so seeing a pretty good display of marksmanship right now.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. After the made shot from Duncan. Trying to get back on track. Shot's good. Hibbert's got his second basket of the game.
Now the defense just couldn't get a hand in his face, couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time.
Duncan outside. Over to the wing. Here's Speights. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. For Indiana, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And Augustine kicks to Hibbert. Goes up the baseline, and it's Miami with the rebound. Duncan outside. There's the triple. That's good. Duncan's got 13.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's George. And he banks in the layup.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Napier kicks to Duncan. Out to the wing. And Duncan gets double teamed. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Speights. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Speights has got his first bucket in this one.
A little lucky, frankly, but they did get it to go.
Augustine with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Duncan, the pass to Bosch. Speights kicks to Duncan. 1:19 left in the first quarter of the game. That is good. Now it's a 5-point Heat lead. The Pacers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Hibbert with the screen for Augustine. Pass to Hibbert. And he gets it to go. Hibbert's got his third basket of the night right there.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Now here's Speights. Back to Duncan. Wade outside. All sorts of time. No good off the front iron.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Here's George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. George has got 11 points.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Duncan goes in, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
He just lives above the rim. I mean, dunks like that have become routine for him.
Pacers trail by 3. Now Augustine, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here we go, one-on-one. And Duncan throws it down.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
And that one's good. George.
Oh, George!
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. It's the Heat. They lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
First round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Paul George and the Indiana Pacers go up against the Miami Heat next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it.
Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready to start things up again. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
And they're knocking down for so far.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Paul George is out there with DeMarre Carroll. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. Then there's Hill. And it's Bush in at the 2 spot. That's the Pacers 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hey, guys, the Prophet in their last game against the Pacers, boy, he was tremendous. He ended up with 38 points and seemed to have a hand in every defensive stop. Good numbers for him in both the steals and blocks columns. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, Clark, I thought was truly incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, he did the work of several players in that game. He really didn't need much support at all.
But they shouldn't count on that type of performance again tonight, Clark. I mean, his teammates need to be prepared to carry a little bit more of a load.
Mahinmi's shot is good.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Here's Cole. There's the feed to Duncan. He dishes it to Cole. Hill pulls it in.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. George up top. He's got 14. Shot clock at 6. And there's the pass to Carroll. They get it again. Mahinmi kicks to George. Goes up again. And he lays it up and in. George has got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Duncan kicks to Cole. There's Mozgov. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way. Now here is Hill. Looking for his first basket still in this one. George sets a screen for Hill. There's a good screen. Outside, George. Shot on the wing. Duncan with the block. Here's Cole. It's rebounded by Indiana. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Hill passes to Bush. It's back to Hill. Out to the wing. Bush. He's covered by Deng. Nobody near George. And it's George again missing.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And the dunk by Duncan.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Here's Hill. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Pick up by Hill. Mahinmi dishes to Hill. Here's George. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Outside Hill. Here's Bush. Indiana again missing. The Heat have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Ennis in.